In 2025, the British government has slammed the doors shut. Not with a gentle click, but with a resounding, deafening boom. For entire groups of people, the well-trodden path to permanent settlement, known as Indefinite Leave to Remain or ILR, and the coveted prize of British citizenship is now a dead end. This isn't a minor policy tweak. This is a revolution in British immigration. And if you, or someone you know, has plans to build a life in the UK, you need to stop everything and watch this. Because today, we are exposing the 5 groups of migrants who have been told no more UK citizenship. Alright, let's start with a group that might surprise you, but it's a crucial place to begin because it busts a huge myth. The first group facing a hard no are visitors to the UK. Now you might be thinking, well, of course, you can't get citizenship on the tourist visa. And you'd be right. But you would be shocked at how many people believed in a loophole, a kind of backdoor route. The idea was simple. Come to the UK as a visitor, find some way to switch to a different visa, and start the clock on settlement. For years, this was a grey area. But in 2025, that grey area has been painted over in black and white. The UK Home Office has made it explicitly, unequivocally clear, a visit visa is for visiting. Period. The conditions are now so rigid that switching from a visitor visa to any long-term route, like a work or family visa, from within the UK is virtually impossible. Think of it like this. Your visitor visa is a ticket to a concert. You can enjoy the show, experience the atmosphere, but you can't use that ticket to get a job as a roadie or move in with the band. Once the show is over, you have to leave. Furthermore, with the expansion of the Electronic Travel Authorization, or ETA scheme, in 2025, even getting that initial entry ticket is becoming more formalized for many nationalities. The UK is tracking every entry and exit with a digital microscope. The message is crystal clear. If your intention is to stay, don't come as a visitor. That door isn't just closed, it's been bricked up and plastered over. For visitors hoping to find a way to stay, the path to ILR and citizenship doesn't exist. It never really did, but now the illusion has been shattered for good. Now we move into territory that is far more controversial. This is where the government has drawn a moral line in the sand. The next 2 groups are being locked out of citizenship, not because of their visa type, but because of how they arrived in the UK. We're talking about individuals who entered the UK illegally and individuals who made a dangerous journey. For decades, the path to British citizenship had a fundamental requirement. You had to be of good character. It's a deliberately vague term, but it generally meant things like paying your taxes and not having a serious criminal record. If you had entered the country illegally, say 15 or 20 years ago, but had since built a life, had a family, and been a model resident, the Home Office could often overlook that initial transgression. It was seen as a past mistake on a long road to redemption. As of February 2025, that road to redemption has been closed. The good character guidance has been rewritten with steel and stone. The new rules state that anyone who entered the UK illegally will normally be refused British citizenship. The 10-year forgiveness period? Gone. It doesn't matter if it happened last year or in the last century. An illegal entry is now seen as a permanent stain on your record, one that disqualifies you from ever calling yourself a British citizen. And this leads directly to our third group, which is a specific focus of this new policy: those who made a dangerous journey. This is a direct response to the small boat crossings in the English Channel. The government has defined a dangerous journey to include methods like arriving on a small boat or being concealed in a lorry. Under the exact same good character rules, taking such a route is now a lifetime barrier to citizenship. Think about the implications. This directly targets many asylum seekers and refugees, people who, under international law, may have a legitimate claim for protection. The UK is still obligated by the Refugee Convention to process their claims, but the government has decoupled protection from citizenship. The new message is, we may grant you refuge, we may allow you to stay, but you will never become one of us. You will never be British. This is a seismic shift. It creates a potential 2-tier system of residency: those who can become citizens and those who are destined to remain permanent outsiders. forever defined by the desperation of their arrival. For these two groups, the dream of citizenship is officially over. Okay, the next two groups are perhaps the most shocking, because these are people who were playing by the rules. They came to the UK legally on visas that explicitly promised them a pathway to a permanent future. But in 2025, they discovered that the finish line they were running towards was a mirage. I'm talking about Hong Kong British national overseas visa holders and, crucially, most work visa holder. Let's break this down because it's the most significant proposed change of all. For years, the standard journey to settlement in the UK was a 5-year path. You get a work visa, you live and work here for 5 years, you apply for indefinite leave to remain. Once you have ILR, you can then apply for citizenship. Simple. Predictable. In May 2025, a government white paper dropped a bombshell. A proposal to double the qualifying period for ILR from 5 years to 10 years. Let's start with most work visa holders. Imagine you're a skilled engineer, a doctor, a software developer. You were recruited from abroad to fill a skills gap in the UK economy. You moved your family, put your children in British schools, bought a home, paid your taxes. You did everything right, with the clear expectation that in 5 years you would have the security of permanent residency. Now, the government is proposing to tell you, sorry, you need to wait another 5 years. That's a decade of uncertainty. A decade of visa renewals, of paying exorbitant fees, of living with the constant low-level anxiety that your right to remain could be revoked. It makes long-term planning impossible. It turns skilled workers from future citizens into long-term temporary residents. For many, this will be a deal breaker. The promise has been broken. And this brings us to the final group, Hong Kong British national overseas visa holders. This is perhaps the most politically charged change of all. The B&O visa was created in 2021 as a direct response to the crackdown on freedoms in Hong Kong. It was presented to the world as a pathway to citizenship, a lifeline offered by the UK to honour its historical commitment to the people of Hong Kong. That pathway was explicitly stated to be 5 years. Now, the proposal to extend the ILR route to 10 years threatens to pull the rug out from under the feet of hundreds of thousands of people. Campaigners are furious, arguing that this is a betrayal. People left their homes, their careers and their families in Hong Kong based on a 5-year promise from the British government. To change the rules halfway through the game is seen not just as a policy shift, but as a profound breach of faith. While the government says it wants to make settlement earned and not an automatic right, for these two groups, it feels like a punishment. It's a 10-year trap that delays their ability to get ILR and therefore delays their ability to even apply for citizenship by a whole decade. While the door isn't permanently bolted like it is for the other groups, it has been pushed so far into the future that for many, the dream of becoming a British citizen in a timely manner has effectively died. So there you have it. Visitors, blocked at the entrance. Those who entered illegally or by dangerous means, barred for life by a new moral code. And for skilled workers and Hong Kongers who play by the rules, a journey that has been doubled in length, a promise deferred, and for many, a dream denied. The United Kingdom of 2025 is sending a new, unambiguous message to the world. It's a message that settlement is a rare privilege, not an expectation. That the path to becoming British is narrower, steeper, and for many, completely impassable. Whether you see this as a necessary measure to control borders or a heartbreaking betrayal of trust depends on your perspective. But what is undeniable is that the landscape has changed forever. The drawbridge to Fortress Britain is being pulled up. A crucial final note, the proposed 10-year route to settlement is, as of right now, a proposal from a government white paper. It is not yet law and is subject to consultation and change. However, the changes to the good character rules are already in effect. Immigration law is complex and changes fast. This video is for informational purposes only and is not legal advice. Please seek guidance from a qualified immigration lawyer for your specific situation. Thank you for watching. What do you think of these radical changes? Is this fair? Is this the right direction for the UK? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this information valuable, please like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the issues that matter.